Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. It is April 1st. So I don't do April Fool's jokes. I just am not creative that way. I do enjoy a really clever one, something that's fun, maybe more positive, not scary or mean, that kind of thing, but fun ones. If you know of any, leave them in the comments because somebody always puts something out. It doesn't have to be quilting related. You can leave the comments here at YouTube or at the Fireside Chat at Facebook about fun ones you see out there because they are enjoyable. People are very, very clever. But April here means we're on to a new calendar, and I know I put this out last week, but if you haven't seen it, go and download our project calendar, and I'm going to talk about one of the Tiny Secrets projects that's coming up. So let me just put that up on the screen. This is from the Half Yard book by the Fat Quarter Shop, and the Fat Quarter Shop is also doing a kit for this one, which is in the blues from the Tiny Secrets. And it's a really, really fun quilt. It's a good size at 60, I think it's 60 by 60. I do have a project page, which is pretty standard. I don't have dates because the kit's not out yet as of this filming, and I don't think it'll be out until maybe mid-April, maybe later in April. And so we will pick, I will pick start dates for the quilt along. It'll probably be about a 4-week quilt along. These are big pieces, and so it'll go pretty quickly, probably about a 4-week with, or maybe then a 5th week to do the wrap up. And so for Tiny Secrets, I am actually doing 4 different projects with it, kind of sequentially, except for Make-A-Wish. I will do Make-A-Wish, which starts in May, using my Tiny Secrets, and that goes May and June. But then we'll have the Tiny Secrets here with this constellation. Then we will do the mushrooms, and then we will do the one with the strip set, with the jelly roll set called Parfait Goodness. And they'll be kind of sequential. That way, it spaces it out for me. And if you want to make maybe 2 of those, or maybe you want to just make smaller versions, that's what I'm going to encourage, particularly like the Parfait one. It could be a smaller version. It doesn't have to be the big size. Let me just put the other 2 pictures up. So it's the mushrooms on the top, which obviously is called hat something. Wendy did that. Wendy actually designed both of these. And then the Parfait Goodness is the one with the strips, the 2.5-inch strips. And so they'll be sequentially. There is a kit for the Parfait Goodness, but not for the mushrooms. But both of those would be great as a little bit smaller version. So I could even see like a table runner with the mushrooms. You could do a vertical banner or just a small wall hanging, baby quilt size. Wouldn't that be darling in baby fabrics? Oh my gosh, the mushrooms and baby fabrics, little children's prints or little soft prints, baby pinks, baby yellows, baby green. Oh, so cute. And then same with the jelly roll one, the Parfait. It would be so nice in a smaller size, or you could upscale it too if you wanted to make a bigger piece. So those are the ones that'll be sequentially, and then the Make-A-Wish I will be making with my fabrics. You can buy the kit for Make-A-Wish or use things you have. Now this is Tackle It Tuesday. I love it. I love it. I love having to focus every Tuesday now for just a mindset of what I want to accomplish this week. Is there something hanging on that I can knock out, you know, like make it the priority to get it going? And so that is always Tuesday for me. Plus, you know, there's often other things. But today we're going to talk about, do you recognize it? Do you recognize the critter quilt? It is quilted and has binding. And I want to talk a little bit about where my quilts go for charity and what is the status of this one, because it will be going to a home now. Okay, so first, let me get the other camera and just show you, pan through this quilt so that you can see it and remember it. It's been a little while since I've had it up here. I can't get way back, so let me just pan down and I will come in close. But I was so excited when I opened it because I had not opened it for months and months. And I'd forgotten that the lavender, the kind of light purple, looks so good. Look how good that is. I'm so excited I used that. I think it's really, really delightful. I went ahead and shifted it so that I could get a little further back on it. All right, so I did this on camera. You know, you watched it on the different videos as I built it. My friend Karen did this wonderful big swirl through everything. And even she took so much care, places where there was little dimensional items, like here, so that she made sure that it didn't get folded and it still had some dimension to it. You know, there's a little bit of lace here. Look at that. She did such a great job being sure that nothing, you know, really got messed up. And she took such great care. I just love it. Somewhere there's some other fringe. Oh, here's an ear on the deer. Okay. So I'm going to, here in a minute, I'm going to show you the label as well in the back. Okay, so there you go. So you get a good look at all of it. Yay! All right, let me switch it around. Wait, before I do that, I forgot to talk about the binding. I found this fantastic stripe. Look at this. Look at this stripe. It's kind of muted. It's a wide, angled, two-tone, dark purple, medium purple. And when I first got it, I thought, oh, I ordered it and I thought, oh, it came in. I thought, I'm not sure. But then I, auditioned it, laid it next to it, and I thought, oh, it just adds that little bit of extra. Looks so good. And you can also see where I did this little bit of, this is my Harmony wide back added here. All right, now I'm going to flip it around. You may have remembered that our friends here, so these were all blocks sent by those of you in the community. So were these two fabrics for to use as backing, and I think it turned out super cute having that strip down here. And then what I need to know though is if you sent the koalas or you sent this brown, gorgeous brown fabric with all the beautiful animals on it, the tan fabric, I need you to email me, Pat@PatSloan, because I didn't keep your name, so I want to put your name on the label. All right, let me show you the label. I'm still hand stitching. I'm still hand stitching this down. I'm going to tell you where the quilt is going then too. I'm going to hand stitch that down. I'm still working on the label to stitch it down, but I have it written up. Now I've written as many names as I knew as I could figure out, because on the critter page at my website I listed the animal blocks the best that I could, where you might find the pattern and who sent it. And then I went through that to find names, but I was missing I think a few names, and they're repeat names because they're people either made multiple blocks or they're people with the same name. So if you made a block on the front but you do not see your name here, email me at pat@patsloan.com and I will add your name, because obviously I've left room. So your name for there, the koala bear, and the little critter print. So in this block, also, whoever made this block, so somebody made this block, which I'm using as the label. Isn't that perfect? So where is this going to go? Oh, I'm so excited. So I let it sit for a little while because I needed to do other things and I didn't really want to focus on it. That's just what happened. And then it sat for a little bit longer than I had anticipated. And finally I contacted my friend Kathy, who helps me with a lot of the quilt placements to different charities and things, and said, okay, let's place the critter quilt. Because we knew it takes a bit of effort, because a lot of places, because it's textiles and we want to have it a place where children can see it, there's a lot of things about the facilities, especially if the children are sick, facilities, they do not want textiles because they could get, germs could get on there and stay and hang on to the textiles in that environment. So those environments didn't really work that well. But we did place the first one at an elementary school. The second one went to a facility where families come in that are having troubles and things that they need assistance, and it went into a room where the families go, and there's always lots of children, and so that was great. And so Kathy said, well, let's contact her friend within the school system, because she had said that there were multiple schools who were interested in the first one. And so that's what we did, and the school system that it was selected is one just up the street from me. here in Virginia. So that'll be super excited. I'm writing with the librarian now. We're going to get a date here in April when I can deliver the quilt that works for her schedule and my schedule. So it's a bit of a, thing. But then the quilt is gifted to the school, and they are intending to hang it, but it is now theirs once I give it to them. So, later on, if they decide to auction it or do something like that, that's totally fine. It's theirs. I'm it's a gift. And all of you created all the amazing blocks, and so it is super fun. I don't know what kind of pictures I'll be allowed to do because it will be in a elementary school, so I might be able to do the front of the school, maybe the lobby, and the librarian, and I will probably be able to get a picture together. So other than that, that's probably all you'll get to see. But I'll let you know when it has landed in its new home, which is actually just not that far from me. So that is so exciting. Now, the other thing I wanted to share was a couple other places where my quilts have gone, because people have asked me, and I'm very lucky because Kathy has a network of friends and community, because she's lived in her community a long time and has done a lot. So she has these great connections for places that the quilts can go, and they go to a lot of different places, but several of them are places where they can either be displayed. So there's some nursing homes in the area where the quilts are there on display. And so because I do a lot of seasonal things and smaller things, that's really worked out well for this facility, because now they have this great artwork that they can rotate, and that has been fabulous. And I've had different organizations similar to that, transitional housing areas, places like that, where they are displaying the work to use it as artwork in their organization. And the other places they've gone is to be either sold or they put them up for auction or something to raise funds for the organization. So two of them. One is the Calvert Marine Museum in Solomons, Maryland. And some my pieces go there periodically, and then those fund the museum, go towards funding of the museum, which is super cool. And the other is this will be my second year working with the Church of the Brethren Disaster Response Auction. So I do a very specific auction once a year with a lot of different items because they have a disaster response group. So when there's disasters across the country, they send teams out who do all levels of things to help during the disaster. Everything from, like, one of the women I had lunch with them said she herself has gone where they provide like the babysitting service for the children whose parents are working the extra hours in the disaster or trying to get their home organized, and so they're running like the little daycare center, and she's gone and personally done that, run the daycare center. But they went everything up to cleaning out the houses from the mud and the muck from floods and things like that. So it is quite a wonderful organization. And they have, and down in the details here, I have a link to their auction page, because what I've done is given them a group of quilts. Some of them they're hand quilting, other ones they're machine quilting. It's just kind of the thing that they do. They have both types, and those will all be up for an auction that is on May 3rd in Maryland. And so you can get the information if you're anywhere near Maryland and want to do that. All right, last day to enter over at my website for these giveaways from the Fat Quarter Shop. This awesome, great big pink swig mug, which these swig mugs are really, really nice. They hold the things hot or cold. And then the awesome new coral. It's coral, right? Oh, I can't remember now the color. I think that's what it is, coral, which is kind of a deeper pink. Love it, love it, love it. Now, for my Tackle It Tuesday, what I've got going on this week are three backings. Oh my gosh, backings. Why? It seems like, and I need to fix this process. Like sometimes we need a process fix, and this is the one that needs fixed for me. Backings, somehow I'm either not getting them made or not thinking about them until all of a sudden I have like 3 or 4 of them that all have to be made at once, and enjoyable. It's not fun. It's not fun to have 3 or 4 backings to do at once. So I have the lemon chiffon, which I still have to do the last blocks on the top, but you know, that's not that far from done. So I've got lemon chiffon backing, the London Town, which I showed you last week, and I've done absolutely nothing on it yet, and the March block a day, which is still on the wall up there. The top's done, but it's still on the wall up there. And they all need a backing. Now I could just go grab a wide back, but I have this thing in my head like, oh, I should have something that matches or goes with it better than like the random wide back. But that's why I have random wide back, so I don't have to do that. London Town, I'm definitely doing the piecing one. The other two, it depends on what I have. Even though like Harmony wide backs, I'm being very honest here. You know, even though they're my design stuff, I don't keep a lot of it here. So I would have to, you know, write to Better Text and they'll send me some from the warehouse. It's like not a big deal. But I may do that. I may send for some blue for this one because I don't have any blue. Like I've used it. I only have a small piece. I don't have a piece big enough. And then the lemon chiffon, I want something lemony. I want something really yellow, and I don't have a Harmony that's yellow. So let's look at some of my backings here for a second. I'm gonna get the other camera. So back here on the table, and I put a bunch of my wide backs or just backing fabrics in general in here. Now, none of it is really yellow. There's a lot of light base. Now this one, most of these are just regular fabric. This is my Harmony wide back, these two. But I don't even know if I have any other colors right now here. I think I may have some on the other shelf. I have to look. But this is a piece that was designed by Amy Smart. And I think that might look good on the March one. Either that or this. This here with the kind of crochet things. But I think that quilt looks kind of beachy. So what I'm going to do is pull this and make this work. I may need to add some fabrics to the side of it and, you know, to make it wide enough. So look at this. Look at that. Okay. All right. So we got that one. So it's just the yellow one because I already know what I'm doing for London Town. So the yellow one I need to figure out. Now I did pull before for the yellow. I have this piece, which has been, I've had a long time. I thought, you know, I'm just going to use it up. Maybe it'll even just be the binding. I don't know. And then I have this. Neither of them are enough to make the whole quilt backing, but this one is a decent size, so I will need to add to the sides of it. And it does have bluebirds in there, which I think is kind of sweet. There's no blue in the front, but lemon chiffon, but in this pink, but I kind of really like this. So I'll see what other yellow I have to add to it. All right, that being said, now, originally for the March, remember I talked about using these for these strips and sewing them together for the binding, but they're 2.5 inches, which is way wider than I want for binding. I just realized the mini charm is 2.5, and I said that I thought that would be so cool. Those colors, I can't reach that, but you know what the March block is. Can you even see it? Yeah, here. Okay, so that guy. The colors are what I wanted to do a mini charm. So I would have that for my dining room table. Here I have all of these in the colors. So guess what? I have a project. I know what I'm doing now for the mini muffins. I'm still going to make this strip here and use it with that I just showed you, which I think will be perfect for the backing of that March block, because I just love the colors of it. It looks very summery, and I'm so excited. So there, now I got kind of a plan. That means this week I'm going to do London first. I'm probably going to do the March next, and then the lemon third, because I have less idea of what I'm doing with that one, because I need to hunt through the yellows and see what's going on. All right, okay, and I have, I don't know if I mentioned this, here is the other t-shirt, the new spring t-shirt, and then you've got this design as well. Ta-da, this design as well. Plus, I got the notebook in. Look how cute that is. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. So, yeah, yep. So if you need some spring t-shirts, today is the day. All right, my friend. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone on Tackle It Tuesday on this April 1st. I'll see you online.